welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Play Action Podcast, episode number 56. I am Will, and that's Colton. Colton, how you doing today?
I'm all right, Will.
It was nice. It was nice last week. We went out. Colton saw me all hyped for this lobster tail. It was a pretty bougie night.
Will was all hyped for this lobster tail. I was like, oh, it's not along with a steak. Excuse me, can I add on the lobster tail? And this kid's eyes glowed up. But yeah, it was nice going out to dinner with with our ladies. I'm not gonna call them
old ladies.
I'm not gonna call them old ladies because Alice is gonna kill me in these comments. I'm not gonna do it. Christina's just used to it at this rate. But yeah, it was a good time. And oh gosh, great weekend. Again, house money. Michigan Wolverines playing with house money right now. I couldn't be happier for the boys in blue. Aiden Hutchinson on his way to New York this weekend for his rightful place next to Bryce Young, as Bryce Young's going to win this, Heisman Trophy award, but for his dominant performance against Georgia. But yeah, I'm very happy for them boys in blue. Michigan, very happy for them. Pittsburgh with a nice win as well over the Ravens. We'll get into that a little bit more. And came on last week after watching soccer. Everton with a nice win on money. So we had a nice clean sweep on the weekend.
While you were all hyped, Maryland fired Mark Turgeon. He stepped down as coach. The Flyers fire Vigneault. I am in shambles right now. At least I got Wall Street going for me. Okay, I got all that. Nvidia, if you want to invest in something, Nvidia is the right call. Always the call. Make hella dough on that. Colton, are you ready to go? You ready for power rankings? Talk about a little news, kind of go all over the place right now.
I'm ready, Will. I'm ready. Yeah, I think this is your opportunity to cue this sucker.
All right. Thank you for tuning in. Number 56 of the Play Action Podcast begins right now.
This is the Play Action Podcast featuring Will.
In the past 150 days, you didn't ever decide to sit down at your damn desk and be like, hey, let's game plan this playbook. Pardon my French, but goddamn, you are an idiot, Matt Nagy.
Featuring Colton.
Good job, Bill. Golly. What a dope. You missed Brady. You made a mistake. Come out and say you messed up. Golly.
That intro, if I replace the intro, I can guarantee the Patriots will lose. Next week, I'll just bring back the old intro, little hee ha ha moments.
That's the
best part.
Let's go for the switch and let's see what happens. If they lose, and that's an amazing thing. We'll keep it that way.
It's a flaw.
But yeah, they're a good football. We'll get into them a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Ryan, why not, buddy? You're not interested in tagging along on this wonderful ride called the Pittsburgh Steelers Rodeo? Because the Steelers give me a friggin' headache every time I watch them. But you were part of it this time, so. And it was at your dispense, so that's very, very upsetting for your Ravens. But
so mean.
No, it's I've said it. The Steelers' defense is made for Lamar Jackson. When he had his MVP season, who would he struggle against? The Steelers. Again, this is not a Steelers podcast. Well, what the heck do we have on tap today?
Oh, there's so much to go down, but one of the bigger news today, Zach Cunningham waived by the Houston Texans. Houston's already paid $9 million of his salary. He's owed about $750,000. He's owed less than $1 million. He's going to get waived. I believe he still leads the Texans in tackles this year. He was a name to get moved at the trade deadline. The Texans are in, absolute shambles. I mean, it's as usual. The first team eliminated from the playoffs, Houston. Not Detroit, not Jacksonville, Houston. And this is just embarrassing. Zach Cunningham is probably expected to be claimed on the waiver wire. It depends, where will he get claimed? Will he get claimed by a playoff team, or would he be on one of those teams on the out looking in? Where can you see him possibly going? Honestly, I just label any linebacker, just send them to Green Bay. That's basically how I view it every single time. Just, oh, hey, is it Darius Smith? Right? No, that's not. That wasn't the Cowboys guy. I'm drawing a blank on that.
Jalen Smith, sir.
Jalen Smith, same thing. But I think Zach Cunningham, if he slides that far, maybe he could go to Green Bay, help him at the linebacking core, while a lot of their key pieces are getting healthy.
Oh my gosh!
You already got
this guy with Jake Funk.
Got Jake Funk.
Joe Hack back in the comments on Twitter, dude. I appreciate you. Giving Odell tips, but no, seriously, staying on Zach Cunningham here. Yeah, he's a talented player. Again, the problem is he's in Houston. So I know Green Bay would like some help at the middle linebacker spot. I know it's always kind of a team, like you just said. They went after Jalen Smith. That didn't really work out for them. The former Dallas Cowboy, former Notre Dame man, got paid way too early. Good job, Dallas. But yeah, there a lot of teams can use a guy like this. This is a really good football player. Where does he get claimed? If he gets claimed, I don't know. A lot of this is one of those things he might just go unclaimed and let him sign wherever because I don't know if he's tweeted out or anything like where he specifically wants to go. If he's linked to anywhere, if he's liked any tweets, like "Yo, come on, come to Pittsburgh, come to here." Um, so we'll see that. See where he goes. Clearly, he would probably want to go to a contender of some sort. Where does that end up being? I don't know. Green Bay clearly makes a lot of sense. I'm trying to think of other teams that really need defensive help.
The Patriots can always take defensive help, and they just make them into star athletes, and they get signed for ridiculous contracts in the offseason.
Best signing has literally been Matthew Judon. That man has been an absolute monster for the Patriots. So, Buffalo could use some help. I think one of their guys was hurt this week on the inside, actually. So, I can see Buffalo being a team that comes a knocking. Miami starting to get hot.
Miami could, use extra people on their cover zero type coverages, especially over on defense, because I feel like that's all they've been running. They just run blitzes and no one can stop them.
That. But there's definitely a few teams that could. I mean, the Ravens. I mean, they're losing everyone defensively, so you might use Patrick Queen in a different way. Maybe if you're bringing a Zach Cunningham kind of deal. I don't know. There's quite a lot of answers. I hate you, Mr. Heck No Cap. Check out his music. That's definitely my guy. We got to cue that up. We got to find a way to get some music in the intro or something to see. It's my guy. Were you gonna come sue me, Hack? You gonna sue me with Jake Funk if I play your music on here? Of course not, loser. But check his music out, and he's saying the Lions are contenders now. We'll get to the Lions. Very happy for them, but yeah, I don't really have any more teams that come to mind. Seriously, it's gonna be a contender. Dolphins possibly.
Dallas can always use a linebacker.
Yeah, the problem is they could use them because. It's not like Micah Parsons is playing inside. They're using Micah Parsons in every other way possible, and he's been fantastic. I can't believe the Giants decided to trade back when they had the opportunity to grab a guy like this, I believe, in the draft.
No, Dallas leapfrogged them. They were at 11. Dallas leapfrogged from 12 to the Eagles. They switched with the Eagles. So the Eagles, gave Dallas their next superstar defenseman. No surprise.
Yeah, teams aren't smart, especially interdivision. Micah Parsons has been an absolute monster for, again, see, this is, God, well, you can talk a bunch when it comes to football. We're talking Zach Cunningham and ended up on Micah Parsons. How's that even possible?
It's just a Dallas thing to do. Well, let's kind of shift focus here into the injury world where a lot of stuff went down this week. I mean, one of the bigger names, Marlon Humphreys, out for the season. Let's cue this up here. Out for the season, torn pec. Another devastating blow for the Baltimore Ravens. Along that, Kenyon Drake for the Las Vegas Raiders, out for the rest of the year, broken ankle. Logan Thomas had a weird knee injury. They were suspecting a torn ACL, MCL. It turned out to be nothing like that. They're still trying to figure it out, but he's been ruled out the rest of the year due to a knee injury. Question is, what kind of knee injury? How significant is it? How will Washington's offense kind of respond? Because they kind of started getting everything going back to normal. They're on that hot streak of a 4-game win streak. And also, the Chargers, just Mike Williams and Chris Harris, both on the COVID list. Keenan Allen still on there. Meanwhile, Mike Williams and Chris Harris still have a chance to play on Sunday. Keenan Allen's question is up in the air.
Keenan Allen still has a shot to play too, because we all thought TJ Watt wasn't going to have a shot to play, and bada bing, bada boom, TJ Watt played because he had back-to-back negative tests. So there's that. But yeah, a lot of COVID situations there possibly going on in LA. It was the Steelers, now it's the Chargers. And ironically, it's kind of a few weeks after, so it's not really ironic. Steelers had a little bit of a COVID issue, I believe, going into that Chargers game. So I don't know if anything said, hey, pal, pass it on to you or what, but the Chargers having a little bit of a COVID issue. I mean, the Chargers also had one going into that game because Joey Bosa was out and he ended up playing clearly. And there was someone else, Linval Joseph, I think, or someone else had it on that defensive line. So very interesting with the COVID situation. I know Keenan Allen's vaccinated. So again, back-to-back 24-hour negative COVID tests. He'll be good to go for Sunday at 4:25, I believe. Yes, sir, Hack. TJ did light it up. Mr. Defensive Player of the Year, TJ Watt. But yeah, it's hopefully we don't want to see guys like this. This is why the NFL, we talked about it around Thanksgiving. This is why the NFL was tightening up on some of their COVID regulations and all that, because they don't want their players being out late in the season in big games.
Canceling and a potential cancellation of games.
I don't think we're going to see that.
We've only seen it in the NHL with the Ottawa Senators, but they kind of like got them all done.
The Islanders too.
Oh, the Islanders suck. They after 10 straight games, they finally won one. They just dropped 10 straight. But let's go into our power rankings. We do them every quarter-ish. I mean, it's a little bit past when we did them last time, but still around the same time. Colton and I have a lot of fun doing them. So let's jump right into it. We're going to start at number 32. The Houston Texans. No surprise here. Eliminated from playoff contention as of right now. They're mathematically done. It's only fitting. Tyrod kind of looking up. Tyrod wrist injury. Who knows what's going to be happening with them. But I mean, just kind of looking forward for the Texans. They have a normal amount of draft picks next year. And it's just kind of where can they build off of? This is what you are looking at for the Houston Texans. And then if you're going to trade Watson, how many first round picks are you going to be able to acquire? How many other picks will you be able to acquire, or players, whatnot? That's kind of the thing right now with the Texans. Personally, that's what I personally see.
Yeah, they're a bad football team. It's
a veteran-driven football team. That's really what it is. That's the best way to put it. Just too many veterans, just all fighting for a roster spot.
It was just poorly constructed, and this is what happens when your franchise quarterback doesn't play. So, yeah, good luck. Good luck trying to figure out who's good and who's not when your best player's not playing. So that's why they're 32.
Number 31, the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think this photo is also very fitting. I mean, they're probably the next up on the list getting eliminated, along with other teams we'll be mentioning very, very soon. I mean, they didn't really play they did play a bad game on Sunday, but it wasn't that bad of a game. But, I mean, Trevor Lawrence's development's kind of been stalled with Urban Meyer in the helm. And they're kind of split with if Trevor Lawrence is the guy. So I think it's about time for them just to clear house and just attempt to rebuild again, if that's the right way. They bring in ETN. ETN breaks his foot in the middle of the preseason. James Robinson's still the lead back. DJ Chark's kind of done. Marvin Jones is there. Laviska Shenault, they're trying to get him in the backfield. Defense, CJ Henderson for a Jersey Mike's ham sandwich. That's about it. The Texans are a island of misfit toys. Yes, I agree with that incredibly much, Hack.
See, I didn't get that. See, I'm very upset. I don't know if it's because I just hopped back on Twitter. That's unfortunate. See, this is why we're also both on here, Will. I'm very glad that you're also reading that. But yeah, you know what? Zach Wilson takes a lot of hit. I know we got Hack in here, Jets fan. You're a Jets fan as well. Trevor Lawrence has been freaking awful.
Zach Wilson has more touchdown passes than Trevor Lawrence since like week 7 or something ridiculous like that. And Zach Wilson's been out for like 4 games. Just let that sink in, okay?
I don't
he even throw one against the Texans.
He's hidden in Jacksonville, so it's all like fun and games where it's like, it's all fun here, we don't hammer.
They really need to. They need to fix that. They need a new coach. They cannot.
Again, to be fair, you lose DJ Shark. I don't know, week 4 or 5, whatever the heck that was, 6.
Yeah, week 4, Thursday Night Football, and then you lose Jamal Agnew, who's starting to get a larger role. Now you have Laviska Shenault. I mean, 2nd round pick last year out of Colorado. I mean, the upside's so high on him. And then you have Marvin Jones, who's a proven veteran. I mean, he's going to help, with Shenault, with Shark, just develop a little bit more, trying to get him a little more like acclimated, if that's correct.
This is what happens when you waste draft picks. You don't hold on to good players like CJ Henderson. And I hammered their pick of Travis Etienne. Because why? You wanted the best bud for Trevor Lawrence? No, James Robinson's already proved himself. Why are you drafting?
I think the Bengals influenced them because Jamar Chase to Cincinnati.
Awesome. I don't care. Well, they already have a running back. I don't care. So, and they clearly thought getting some pieces back on their offensive line were going to help out for the Bengals, and it works because their offensive lines actually hasn't been awful this season. So good job, Jacksonville. This is why they're down here at 31. Well, I don't need to waste any more time with this dumpster fire.
The Super Bowl winning Detroit Lions with their walk-off win last Sunday against the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, I gotta say, this team plays with so much heart, and they're in it every week. I mean, it's great to see them have a win. They don't have to pop the Andre Champagne, the bottom shelf champagne, along with the 2008 Lions and the 2017 Browns. It's great to see them win a game, okay? And that place was rocking. I've never heard Ford Field sound so loud with that walk-off touchdown by Amon-Ra St. Brown. And you can watch the highlight I made of him on NFL.com too. Third place in Rookie of the Week, I want to say. So that's that. I mean, building blocks right now. You're going to be getting 2 first-round picks next year. Jared Goff won his first game without McVay. That's the whole thing. Can he win with McVay, without McVay? And
he's got no weapons there.
They will get wide receivers. They will bring more people. I think Dan Campbell's the guy. I hammered him when we did the NFC North preview and said, "Oh, he's definitely not the guy. He is the guy. He's going to bring the most heart to the Detroit Lions."
I think the players would also there, Joe Hack. I think they'd put their life on the line for Dan Campbell. He's the right guy. I think Jared Goff's the right quarterback for now. You go building a roster first. Then if Goff isn't the guy after that time, then you go and select a quarterback. Not yet. And this year's draft isn't that wonderful. There's nothing here to go take. If I'm Detroit, I'm gladly rebuilding my franchise. And Jared Goff's been to a Super Bowl. So not a lot of other quarterbacks can say that. So Jared Goff is a guy I would keep for now for at least the next 3 seasons, see how that works. Unless the Lions figure it out really fast and get some really good pieces and hit on their draft picks. But for now, they got their guy in Jared Goff. They got their head coach, and good for the Lions for getting their first win. And it shouldn't be their first win. They should have beaten the Ravens if the officials can just
and the Steelers.
That didn't happen.
Number 29, the Chicago Bears. This is the only fitting photo I could pick of them because, they have 5 primetime games this year. Who in their right mind gave Matt Nagy the opportunity to be embarrassed on 5 primetime games this year? Okay, you get to open up Sunday Night Football against the Rams. You get a month. Why was their game not flexed out on Sunday? That is so dumb. Okay, and just like last time, we're skipping them. Number 28, the Atlanta Falcons. Not getting them the light of day. The Falcons, one of the best first. Oh, Matt Nagy's I hate Matt Nagy so
Chicago.
Much. I hate Chicago.
I don't know what it is. You would think you're a Chicago fan, how much you hate Chicago. But yeah, the Falcons, not a good football team.
They played a very good first half of football. They were matching up with the Buccaneers first half, and this is the game I got to do for work. Scordero didn't score. Scordero didn't score. Mike Davis scored. They had the pick six by the fat six by the big man right before half. I've never seen Brady throw a defensive lineman interception for 6. That was crazy. Second time in, I think, his career he's throwing a pick 6 for the Falcons. But they played a very good first half of football. Yeah, they might be eliminated. Yeah, they might honestly be written off for, postseason contention. But, Matt Ryan still has it. And Russell Gage, he's a good wide receiver. We have to give him that credit. Zacchaeus and Russell Gage are some pretty good talent for this roster, even though, Calvin Ridley's there, but, he's taking care of himself. He's going to be back at some point, hopefully. But what they have on offense, I'm kind of digging it still. Mike Davis and Cordero Patterson, starting running back and third string safety.
You're taking way too long on this garbage Atlanta Falcons team. I'm glad you did all the talking on this one. And there was just
skip it.
No. Keep going. I'm just glad I don't have to say anything.
I mean, I don't got anything else. I don't got anything.
Cordero Patterson. It's all, like literally, if you're going to try one word for each team, Cordero Patterson. Next,
the New York Jets at number 27.
They
have the building blocks there. Okay.
See,
now it depends where will Seattle finish, and what pick will the Jets have with that Seattle pick. That's really what you're looking at as a New York Jet fan. You're going to have a top 10 pick regardless as a Jet fan, but that Seahawks pick, now that is a crucial pick. What will you get for that? Who can you get for that, essentially? That's all I have to say on the Jets.
Building blocks again. They're starting to. Zach Wilson's playing better football. Only thing I'm very disappointed in is Robert Saleh's defense. This defense has been carved up all season. Again, I get the talent's not there defensively. You have some like solid players. Quinnen Williams, C.J. Mosley, who looked better early on. He hasn't looked good of late. It's just they need to put those draft picks towards some defensive players, whether that's Aiden Hutchinson in this draft, the kid from Oregon. They need some pass rushers. Again, they're without
Some
Carl
secondary
Lawson.
too. They're out there. They have lost every big ticket free agency guy they've signed this year. Every single one of them is on IR. They're done for the year. Corey Davis, Lawson. I'm drawing a blank on some of the other ones. There was at least another one. Really drawing a blank, but it's the Jets. Okay, it's the Jets. I hate being a Jet fan. I love being a Jet fan. High blood pressures now. It sucks. Number 26, Taysom Hill led New Orleans Saints.
Mr. Jet fan Joe Hack wants every position under the sun.
But I wish Jameis did not get hurt. I wish I could go back in time and tell Jameis, can you sit out this play? Just don't run the football. Don't do anything with it. Just don't be on the field this play. I think they would be in playoff contention if Jameis Winston didn't get hurt. They could be fighting for the division at this very moment.
Jameis wasn't lighting it up.
He got them wins. He got them wins though.
Yeah, sure. Sean Payton's going to get them wins. That's what Sean Payton does. He's a good head coach. This is why the Giants should restart everything and hire Sean Payton, get a new GM, and
relocate.
Bring in Russell Wilson is what they should do, but they're not. The Saints, if Sean Payton's staying there, they should come calling for Russell Wilson. Again, I know they're still in cap hell and all that fun stuff that's going on in New Orleans, but Alvin Kamara, if Michael Thomas, Slant
Boy returns.
Yeah, if he ever decides to play football
return of the
again.
slant.
But yeah, Russell Wilson has got to be like the play. I saw some stuff out of Brian McFadden and CBS Sports today. I was like, where's Russell Wilson going? It was Pittsburgh and New York. And I'm sitting here like, Saints. The Saints make a ton of sense. Another running back quote here from Mr. Hack. Says Taysom Hill's a running back. He is. He's a fun gadget player, but if I was told he's starting quarterback for me on Sunday, I'd be absolutely terrified. And that's what's going on in New Orleans.
Number 25, the New York Giants. Mike Glennon, if he gets out of concussion protocol, will play on Sunday, or he will be the former Georgia Bulldog, Jake Fromm.
That's correct.
Part of my French. Shit show. Next.
It's good. It's a good answer for it, to be honest with you. It's
shit show part 2. The Carolina Panthers.
Oh God.
Quarterback identity.
Yeah.
Quarterback
back with a 2 interception, like 5% completion percentage game. Hopefully he bounces back. No McCaffrey. This is what happens when you pay a running back and you don't have a quarterback. And a dumpster fire in Carolina is what's going on here. Solid defense. They fired Joe Brady. What's going on? Sounds like Matt Rule is on the hot seat. Sounds like
Joe Brady's gone.
New ownership that wants to win. And he got his one move. It's fire him and let's go. See what you can figure out. Joe Brady's gone. And
Number 23, the Minnesota Vikings. Only fitting because, listen, they could go hand-to-hand with some of the best teams, and then against the Lions, they just absolutely struggle. Second game of the year that they did struggle against the Lions. Last time the Vikings came out victorious on a weird fumble week 3, I want to say.
Yeah, this is a weird football team. Dalvin Cook questionable for Thursday Night Football. Adam Thielen ruled out. They do get Patrick Peterson back. I don't know. The Vikings are a weird football team. That's kind of all I have to say on the Vikings, to be honest with you.
Kirk Cousins, one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now. Statistically, which is very weird to say, he's only thrown 5 interceptions on the year, and we're heading into week 14. Pretty crazy to think about that.
Joe, I appreciate it, dude. He's out here writing in Cam Newton. That's why it took him so long. We're on the Vikings. That's why it took him so long because he's out here writing like Cam Newton. I appreciate the effort, dude. I really wish I can push all of this. You can thank StreamYard for this garbage where they can't allow Twitter up yet. I don't know. I would love to post it. Thanks, Joe. I appreciate it, dude.
Number 22, the Seattle Seahawks. A step in the right direction. They gave up 23 points in the first half to the 49ers. 0 in the second half. 49ers drove down 99 yards, got stopped on the goal line. 2019 NFC, the 256 game of week 17, 2019, the goal line stop. That's what this game gave to me. And this was an absolute amazing game from start to end. Travis Homer with a fake punt, 70 yards down the field for a touchdown. George Kittle had his blow-up game that we've all been waiting for this year. But, this is the Seahawks. Adrian Peterson, sixth time he scored a touchdown on a different team. Incredible, I must say.
Yeah, they're figuring it out. I know you Jet fans don't want to see that at all. And the fact is the NFC's open. Like, that's the problem. The NFC's open where it's like, all right, here comes Seattle to kind of make it interesting here. So it's a big win for them over a team that is in the wild card spot in the 49ers. So we'll see we'll see if Russ can keep cooking, see if Russ is starting to get a little bit healthy.
Number 21, the Denver Broncos. I saw a thing where they said that Teddy Bridgewater is not the guy for the Denver Broncos. I disagree. I think Teddy Bridgewater is probably the best quarterback that they had on their roster since Peyton Manning. He gives them the best chance to win. Unfortunately, everything's not going their side Sunday night against the Chiefs, obviously. But, bright spot, Javonte Williams had a 178-yard game between the air and on the ground. You can't be that upset. They're fighting for this last playoff spot. Well, all the wild card spots right now in the AFC. From number 5 to where the Dolphins are, I believe, number 12 or number 13. It's all a one-game spread. Okay? I think the Broncos can still get it done, but the odds are not in their favor for how the schedule is playing out for especially a lot of other teams right now.
They better go calling for a quarterback in the offseason, my friend. I hope they don't get Aaron Rodgers. I hope the boys in the black and gold get him. They better go calling for a quarterback because Elway is still looking for a quarterback ever since Peyton Manning decided to scamper himself to Denver, because that is a problem there. They have some solid players defensively. Surtain, Chubb. Javonte Williams is a nice draft pick. They have their wide receivers locked up. There is an issue at quarterback. They need to fix it now in Denver. Now, it's now. We've been waiting here for a few seasons. You haven't figured it out, Elway. Let's go sometime soon. You're gonna run out of time. You're gonna run out of time in that division, boy. You're gonna get left in the dust. Let's go.
See, let's get back into here. Oh, I messed up there. But yeah, number 21, Denver Broncos. Number 20, the Las Vegas Raiders. At this time, they always just end up at this spot. They are always trying to fight for the playoff contention, and then all of a sudden, they just fall off a fiscal cliff. I don't understand why, but that's been the Raiders for the last 3 years. They could have had one last playoff run as the Oakland Raiders. They head over into Las Vegas. Fitzpatrick eliminates them single-handedly on the face mask Hail Mary, which is still one of the most incredible passes that's ever happened. You could debate me on that. And now they've kind of fallen off with all the drama between Gruden, Ruggs, and Arnett just kind of falling apart. It's just the Raiders are the one thing in Vegas that the house does not win on.
Yeah, this is one interesting mess in Vegas. I remember Mayock and Gruden drafting, and they were like, we're going for good quality guys, and this has been an absolute laughter. They haven't hit on their picks. They've taken a lot of stupid picks where it's like, hey, I'm the smartest guy in the room. I'm going to overthink this one and take this guy. Derek Carr plays with a lot of heart. That's another guy I can see possibly being on the move. It's no thanks. Not interested in the Raiders. They beat the Steelers early on. Ironically, Henry Ruggs. But, yeah, this is not a good football team. It's just I don't know what to say of the Raiders. I think everything's starting to catch up to them, to be honest with you. They overcame a lot of it early. I think it's starting to catch up to them now.
Yeah. Number 19, the Philadelphia Eagles. Gardner Minshew. I'm never when he came in dressed as how he dressed up as. I knew the Jets were not winning this game, and I picked them to win on Sunday. Gardner Minshew. I think there might be a little quarterback controversy here. Gardner Minshew played really, really good, but Jalen Hurts is also still a very good quarterback.
Played against the Jets. He played against the Jets.
I think Gardner Minshew can have another opportunity to start in this league somewhere, and obviously it'll be for a place that's just trying to figure out their quarterback situation.
Denver makes a lot of sense. Denver.
But I mean, the Eagles though. Dallas Goedert, career day, 2 touchdowns, just about 100 yards receiving. The Eagles looked really good overall, and they're in the upward direction. I mean, they're fighting for those wild card spots as well, along with Washington for the division. And yeah, I'm at a loss of words. I don't know where else I'm going with this one. You got anything else for this? Go Birds!
Go Birds!
Go Birds! No. Go Birds! Number 18, the Cleveland Browns. I don't really have much to say about the Browns. I mean, Baker Mayfield's walking around like that guy from SpongeBob. I've referenced that a couple weeks ago. He breaks his arms in the morning, breaks his legs in the afternoon. Like he's just a walking injury. But he's probably he's one of the toughest players in the league, though. You have to say you cannot find anyone tougher like him.
Yeah, I love it. I love how tough he's playing, and I love seeing him play on Sundays, especially against the Steelers. So, thanks, Baker. They're starting to get their running backs back. Hunt's back, Chubb. So we'll see. This team might be on the up and up. Big game Sunday night against the Ravens this week.
Number 17, the Washington football team.
Sad to see that man right there in the picture done for the season. They finally wait like 8 years to get him back. He's gone now again. But yeah, Taylor Heineke playing really good football. Scary Terry, still that guy. I wish he got a little more targets. So, kind of upsetting. I kind of knew it was going to happen with Casey Hayward being there, who's been really, really good for the Raiders, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's a very good football team here. They're playing with a lot of heart. I mean, we were talking about Dan Campbell. We were talking about Dan Campbell running through a brick wall. Wanting to run through a brick wall for their guys. Yeah, I think they would do the same for Ron Rivera right now and Taylor Heineke. Hats off to those guys. Gibson's starting to figure it out. J.D. McKissick starting to get involved a lot more.
Although J.D. McKissick was out on Sunday, but
yeah, but he's kind of been their guy the past few weeks. I know. I think
Washington could fight for the division. I think Washington has five games left, and they're all NFC East. They have to play Dallas twice, Eagles twice, and the Giants. I think they can honestly make a stride for the division. They're hot.
I don't know about the division.
They're hot. They're hot right now.
Yeah, well, we still know Dallas is a good football team. So
Dallas is no pushover team.
That's my point. I just trust Dallas a lot more at this rate. Never thought I would say that in my life, watching Dallas football. But yeah, I trust them a lot more than Washington. But the hats off to the football team here. That's definitely for certain.
16, Pittsburgh Steelers.
Deontay Johnson, wide receiver 1, just in case we're wondering.
This game was really weird on Sunday. Steelers come out prevailing. Harbaugh goes for 2. Kind of doesn't end up that well, but here are the Steelers above 500, 6-5-1.
That's correct.
6-5-1. That doesn't make any sense.
It makes a lot of sense.
I don't even know what day it is. But there they are, Steelers, Najee Harris. I mean, Big Ben's farewell tour. I think it's officially to say that he's on his way out. He is going to try to make at least one more run to get the Lombardi. That might sound silly to say for a lot of non-Steeler fans, but listen, the team's going to go around them. I mean, our boy Chris Wormley, monster day on Sunday, 2.5 sacks, near fumble recovery at the end on that last Ravens drive. Was almost there. Kudos for the Steelers. Do you have anything else to say for them?
I'm not going to be a homer. They're on the up and up. We'll see. They played really good football against a really good team. Tackling just has to get a little bit better. But again, defensive player of the year, just in case we're wondering. There's no discussion. Myles Garrett, Trayvon Diggs. I don't care. They played 80,000 games. TJ Watt's played, 10? Out of 12 games possible for the rest of those guys. Yeah, he's a dog. I don't care. He deserved it last year. He had opportunity the year before that. He's defensive player of the year. I don't care. Next.
Number 15, the Baltimore Ravens. I would have the Ravens higher, But now that Marlon Humphreys is out for the year, that scares me for Baltimore because I think their defense is honestly just going to be letting up everything under the sun, especially through the air. Marlon Humphreys was that last piece that, you could just feel secure about, them defending the passes. But he's been Marlon Humphreys has been abused getting targeted every single play. It's absolutely crazy. But now he's out. Lamar seemed to have an ankle injury near the end of the game. They didn't want to risk that going into overtime. And here we are. Could they fall out of the division lead? It could happen. Could they fall out of the playoff picture? It could happen. I don't know how this AFC is going to shape out, but it's scary. I would honestly rank them closer to 10. But again, the Marlon Humphreys injury has scared me, so I had to drop them back a little bit.
Yeah, I dropped them back clearly. I think they're a little overrated. I've kind of been saying it for a while now about Baltimore. And again, that sounds weird because they have 8 wins and they were first in the conference going into the game Sunday. But I've just watched a lot of AFC North football, and the AFC North is a crapshoot. I said it was the best division of football. Everyone's very inconsistent. No one wants to take the wheel in here and be like, all right, this is mine. Good luck. No one's kind of taking it. The Bengals were there. Next minute, the next week, the Bengals are in last place.
The Browns were up in there. Every team has at least led the division at some point for the AFC North.
Yeah, it's been a a train wreck, a wonderful car crash of this division. But that's what makes AFC North football fun, and we'll see going forward because everyone has a shot.
Number 14, the Miami Dolphins. Teams that are hot in the NFL right now. You got the Patriots. I forgot who number 2 was. Miami Dolphins are 3. I mentioned this a couple weeks ago. Okay, you could go back to our show. I think the Miami Dolphins could go on a run. They already played all their difficult opponents. 1-7. No team has ever made the playoffs starting 1-7, and they're a game out of the wild card. Bye week this week, so they get to sit down and see Baltimore and Cleveland absolutely smack the piss out of each other. They get to see what everyone else is doing. They get to watch what the rest of the AFC is going to be doing while they can game plan the easiest games to conclude the season. The Jets, the Saints, the Titans, and probably second or third teamer New England Patriots.
Yeah. Do I think they're better than the Steelers and the Ravens? No.
They are hot. They are.
Yeah, but they're also playing bad teams. Will, I'm gonna a spade here. The Dolphins are playing nobodies. They're playing teams they should win. And again, they're taking care of business. So that's not like a shot. You play who you play. That's a schedule. I'd said the Steelers took advantage of it last season. Dolphins are taking advantage of it right now. So if they do have a hiccup, though, that is going to do their season in. So they better, stay on the right track. He was over 70% the past 3 games. So the guy's a left-handed Mac Jones. So ironically, both in the same division. So
and
good for the Dolphins. Devontae Parker comes back. Still missing Will Fuller. Jalen Waddle got banged up in that game, but it looked like he was good to come back in. It looked like they said cramps. So Jalen Waddle's been an absolute monster for the Dolphins. The Dolphins are in the right direction. Myles Gaskin's not getting used. That's kind of scary. But hey, defense started to play a lot better. I'm going to give them credit where credit's due. Do I think they're better than the Steelers and the Ravens? No. But we're going to be very fair and honest people on this show, and they have a legitimate shot. You called it to make the playoffs. That's where I'm at with the Dolphins.
Number 13, the San Francisco 49ers. Picture seems a little blurry, but that was kind of how their second half went. It was just a blur because there was really nothing to go wrong, go for the 49ers. They played a fantastic first half. They literally gave it to the Seahawks. And when you see the Seahawks and the 49ers, you're going to get a game to the very end every single time. Very rarely that it will be a blowout.
You're sitting here with a piece of paper on the side with all these punchlines cueing these teams, aren't you, huh?
No. All I have is the show. I have the show rundown. That's all I have right here. That's all I got on there. But
yeah, they're an interesting team, those 49ers.
They're up, they're down, they're left and right.
So what happens when you're out your big dog and Deebo Samuels? What happens?
Brandon Ayuk couldn't hold the weight of the receiving core, but George Kittle, man, he's playing how everyone wanted him to play, and he's been playing lights out.
Who he forgot on injuries? Now that we're showing Seattle, he forgot your boy Maul. I know that's kind of like an erase in
Oh,
your head.
oh yeah.
That's kind of like
Jamal.
an erase in your head. I know that's
And
like how it is in my
that's the
group
reason
chat.
why I wrote it down too. Jamal Adams, and I just completely it just didn't cross my mind. And I even read the
No,
name
I get
Jamal
it.
Adams.
That's how it is in our group chat, and everyone just calls him 33. They don't know his name anymore, and it's kind of what it is. But yeah. Now that I believe that's him in the background. Honestly, that's also what's coming to mind here.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think it is. It looks like triple threes there on his chest.
Blitz boy. 90 out of 97th in coverage. But this is the 49ers. Could the 49ers make the playoffs? I mean, they're really
absolutely
battling
the NFC wild card is an absolute train wreck, so they definitely have a very good opportunity.
We're gonna have to go through next week and look at everyone that we picked for awards in our playoff stuff. We have to figure out what we picked because I don't remember.
I'm gonna sit out. I already know where a lot of mine went, and my team that I picked might be on their way out. So, like, to be fair, I'm rooting for the Bucs this year. As much as I love Josh Allen, I'm rooting for the Bucs. The Steelers have a tiebreaker over them. So go Bucs, baby. Go Patriots again later on. Like, seriously, we don't play the Patriots. Go everyone but Buffalo because we own the tiebreaker over Buffalo. So I'm all in for Buffalo having a meltdown here, even though I did pick Go Allen to be the MVP and McDermott for Coach of the Year, which is clearly neither of those is happening unless they go on an insane run. Josh Allen lights the world on fire, but he should be in for a good week against his Bucs secondary. Next, Will.
The Tennessee Titans. The only fitting photo I can have from their last game. I try to make sure every photo is from the game they played before. And this is, pissed off Mike Vrabel, just chucking that challenge flag. He's just had enough. The Titans needed that bye week so desperately. Julio Jones' practice window's now opened up. Maybe they'll be getting healthier on offense, but really it's when will Derrick Henry come back? Will he come back by the end of the season?
Nope,
will he come back for the playoffs?
They will be gone. They will be gone by the time he's back. This is a bad football team. Ryan Tannehill is very bad at football. He's showing Miami Tannehill, Adam Gase Tannehill. Is there Adam Gase in the old Simpsons coming out you come in the bush, come out of the bush?
Maybe Arthur Smith
what is going on?
Maybe
here?
Arthur Smith should have been the OC. They should have tried harder for him not to leave and go to Atlanta.
It's not. I think no. This is what happens when Derrick Henry's not there because you just run the football and Tannehill plays off the run because you're terrified of Derrick Henry going 80 yards. So this is what happens. Yeah.
Defense is kind of. I'm still very iffy with the defense. I'm not really
starting
sold
to fall
on
off because they're on the field now because they can't. They're on the field a lot. This is what happens when you don't have Derrick Henry. So this is why the Titans are here, and they're going to be back. Like, the Titans are going to fall down this power rankings. If you're going to ask me in 2 or 3 weeks, I can see the Titans back in the 16 range. Because this is falling off of a cliff really fast, even though they have 2 really big wins without Derrick Henry, which is crazy. So unless Deontay Foreman could pick it up here, and Hilliard in the running game and the passing game with Hilliard or whatever the heck the kid's name is.
And also McNichols too.
McNichols has kind of been lost. We kind of all thought, oh, God, let's go grab him in fantasy. Yeah, he's been lost. It's been Foreman and Hilliard has been the guys. Yet not a good football team. They're really not. The defense is starting to get exposed now. And yeah, Julio Jones can't stay on the field again. So it's very unfortunate. Very talented guy. Can't stay on the field at all.
Number 11, the Cincinnati Bengals. Although they were absolutely just blown out very early against the Chargers.
If you watched the game, they didn't. They really shouldn't have been if you watched the game.
Well, I mean, I had to watch a different game. So I was just, all I saw was can't miss play, because it's just big play, big play. And then the Bengals come back with big play, big play. That's a tongue twister. Say that 10 times fast. But Joe Burrow's a little banged up, a little hand injury, but he's going to play through it. He's a champ. I mean, I like where the Bengals are going. I hope to see them in the playoffs. Maybe Joe Burrow can fix the curse of them not winning a playoff game in the last 30 years. That's disgusting to think about. You just think of that. Oh, wow, we weren't even born when they last won a playoff game. That's disgusting.
That's what happens, man. Yeah, Burrow Bucks, those Bayou Bengals. Jamar Chase is kind of falling off of a cliff. It's very unfortunate. I traded the receiver that's actually got the hot hand in T. Higgins. Very upset about that. But yeah, Joe Burrow, good quarterback still. Jamar Chase dropped the touchdown, made that game a lot worse. Joe Mixon, fumbling the ball, goes to the house. Was going to get really interesting. So on to the next team that they just lost to.
Top 10, the Los Angeles Chargers. Just the hottest, coldest team in the league. There they are. They will get blown out by Denver, but honestly, light up a 1:00 game on the East Coast. I don't understand, but here they are. Justin Herbert, the most 300-yard passing games this season with 7. Next behind them, Tom Brady at 6. When they are aggressive, they are a very tough football team to face. And now they're going to be maybe on paper right now down 2 of their top playmakers in Mike Williams and Keenan Allen. Put question marks now for Sunday. But I really like what they've been doing. But they have to make sure that they are aggressive. When they're not aggressive, they just suck. They suck. That's the only thing I can really explain to them. They suck when they're not aggressive.
Yeah. God, I forget who their first round tackle was. The guy's been very, very good for them. I believe he's out of Northwestern or Virginia Tech.
Slater.
That's it, Rashawn Slater. He's been really, really good for them. So, linemen, folks, it's very important in the NFL.
They rebuilt that line. They stole the center from Green Bay. They really revamped that entire offensive line for Herbert.
This is what happens when you invest money in the offensive line. Herbert's been really, really good. Still don't love their defense. You can run all over them, and I think the Chargers are okay with that. But yeah, LA.
Number 9, the Buffalo Bills. I wouldn't be. No, this isn't Damian Harris, but what a game that was. Okay, 60-mile-an-hour winds. Kickoffs are going 10 rows into the stands. This is football weather from people that have never played football on the high school collegiate level. Might have to say, but the Bills have fallen off a little bit, and it's very concerning to see that they could honestly miss out in the playoffs if they keep on sliding.
Yeah,
this is scary for them. They finally got Zach Moss back. They got Zach Moss involved, even though he was inactive against the Saints. I wasn't really sure what was going down with it. Dawson Knox kind of had an off game, but the weather really did play the biggest factor in this game.
No. The physicality of New England is what was the big factor in this game. They literally threw it 3 times. You got punched in the face, and you didn't answer the call. This is why you are now not leading the division, and you're on the outskirts of possibly missing the playoffs. Wake up, Buffalo! Should have traded for a running back. Mark Ingram is sitting there. You should have got him. He's cleared an upgrade over Singletary, Zach Moss, Matt Breida. Wake up, Buffalo. This is not like Joe Brady's offense. You can't throw it 80 times and win a football game. Physicality still exists in the NFL. You saw it. They punched you in the face. They punched you again, and they continue to punch you all night long. Wake up, Buffalo, because you're about to miss out, and I'm all on the Josh Allen train, so I'm not liking this. Let's go, Buffalo. Wake up.
Number 8, the Rams. Matt Stafford 9-70 against teams over 500. Against bad teams, he's good. Against good teams, he's bad. Or as what our good friend Jake says, Stat Badford. Okay.
Oh God.
But Cooper Kupp, he's literally the meat and the potatoes of this offense. He is killing it every single game he's been playing. First player to 100 catches, 10 touchdowns. He's just over 1,300 receiving yards. Yeah. Now, will they have to play on the road? Will they be able to play in SoFi?
No.
I mean, Monday night's a very important night for both the Cardinals and the Rams.
Nope, it's Cardinals. I'm over the Rams. I bought into them. See, when we go back next week, this is not going to be a fun time next week. There's a lot of red, just like my betting, my gambling, a lot of red, folks. I had this team as my Super Bowl team, but Buffalo, yep, both not happening. This team is really missing Robert Woods. Odell's very flashy and a wonderful piece and all. Does not do the meat and potatoes thing, doesn't pass block well and run block well to set up Cooper Kupp like Cooper Kupp set up Robert Woods, and like Robert Woods set up Cooper Kupp. This team's in a big, big trouble. Darrell Henderson, they have to change this offense. They have to get back to the running game, set up the play action to get Van Jefferson out in space, Odell out in space, and this man right here, Cooper Kupp. Rams are in a lot of trouble. Yeah. McVay, get back to the running game, my man. I'm not just saying things I traded for Darrell Henderson.
Also, one last thing too about Cooper Kupp. I liked his explanation about a coverage too, and it's just like an IKEA furniture that was funny. I have to say, Cooper Kupp, man of football. Number 7, the Indianapolis Colts. They blow out the Houston Texans on Sunday. Very good win for them, and I believe this puts them a game out of the division.
I just realized we have the Colts at 7 and the Titans at like 12 or whatever that was, or yeah, I think it was 12.
Yeah,
And they're
at
not winning
12.
the division.
Listen, the Colts are hot. I
Oh,
mean,
crap.
I think it might be secured that they don't have their first round pick next year. That's
It
gone
is. Yes,
to
that is confirmed.
Philadelphia Eagles.
That is confirmed. He reached his threshold. That is confirmed.
So, they don't have a first round pick, but it doesn't seem like they really need it. This team's playing really good and they're heating up. Jonathan Taylor, could he be the NFL MVP this year? I mean, 1,300 rushing yards. No one else is really close to him in that. There's still another 5 weeks of football left that he still has to play. Well, I mean, 4 because he's on the bye week this week.
This defense isn't good. That's the only thing that scares me. This is a team that's clearly not going to be 7 in a few weeks because their defense isn't good, especially the secondary. The back end's not good. So they kind of have to play this like Tennessee, control the ball, Jonathan Taylor, the freaking crap out of you, and continue to punch you in the face. So it's how the Colts are going to win games. How many more will they win? We'll see.
We will see. Number 6, the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs we sold on them we talked about this when we first did our first power rankings. They were going to be back, and then we knew they were going to come back. Okay, it's just the Chiefs. They're like the Tom Brady Patriots of December. They play their best football in December. You cannot stop Kansas City. You're not going to be able to go into Kansas City, play there in the cold, and expect to win. It's very hard to win there, especially in December.
Yeah, the offense still doesn't have it clicking. That's the only thing that kind of scares me. Like there hasn't been a Mahomes few games where it's been like, all right, they're back. Like their defense is playing a lot better now. And the thing is, if they had a quarterly upgrade at quarterback Denver, they win the game, Denver. So that's the only thing that kind of scares me as regarding Kansas City. I'm not sure what their schedule looks like going forward. I know Pittsburgh plays them, I think, week 17 or 16. So I'm kind of interested to see that because it sounds weird. Kansas City's defense is playing a lot better. It's like, I think the Steelers can go in Kansas City and beat them. Punch them in the face with Najee Harris. Defense, just don't get murdered by.
I mean,
Tyreek Hill.
not the first time that the Steelers would go into Arrowhead and just kind of defeat them.
No, I just don't want that to be a primetime game. I just pray and beg they don't flex that to a night game because then it's
trust me, no one wants to see the Steelers in primetime. Trust me. Number 5, the Dallas Cowboys. We're in the top 5 here. Cowboys.
I really hate that you decided to take a jab when your team's garbage. That's very ballsy.
Listen, sir.
Very ballsy.
Excuse me, sir. Okay. My team is trash. I understand that. We're a poverty-stricken team at a poverty-stricken stadium. All right.
Don't try to bring me in that dojo. You ain't allowed in this dojo, sir. But nah, seriously, Dallas.
Dallas,
is a good football team. This is a good football team. Well,
they figured it out. I mean, again, Colton and I will say when we're wrong, and we said their defense is garbage. And what isn't garbage? Their defense. It's been playing a lot better than what we were expecting them to play. Dan Quinn really has it solved for Dallas. He's really figured it out, and he's flourishing.
I want to see DeMarcus Lawrence come back. I know there's kind of rumblings that he should be back relatively soon. That's going to be an interesting piece because how are they going to use Micah Parsons then? Are they going to use him like they used him early on where he's just all over the field using his – this is what I thought Isaiah Simmons – I know we talked about this on previous shows. I thought Isaiah Simmons was going to be what Micah Parsons is, as an all over the field.
I still don't know if the Cardinals know what they're doing with Isaiah Simmons.
He's been productive. He plays. He does get a lot of snaps, and he's very involved there, but he's just not – again, it also might be because he's Micah Parsons in Dallas in Arizona. Like clearly a big market difference there where people clearly America's team, yada, 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 heard that, whole thing. But Micah Parsons has been an absolute monster in there, defensive player of the year, not rookie. He's been in defensive player of the year conversations as he should. He's been an absolute monster with Trayvon Diggs.
Number 4, Scuba Suit Mac. It's 2001 all over again. New England is on. I am scared of New England. I am physically scared of New England.
Punch in the face. Again,
undefeated on the road. Undefeated on the road. Mac Jones. One of the first rookies to do it since Dak Prescott, and I want to say Big Ben back in 2004. But here we are. I think New England can secure the 1 seed. I think that is not out of the question. New England's a good football team. They cannot be stopped on any level. Bill Belichick wore the Navy mask in the pregame, talked to whoever he wanted, pregame, interview Wore the Navy mask, 46 rush attempts down the throw, 3 passing attempts. Mac Jones, best QBR out of all the rookies this week at 84. Number 2 was Zach Wilson at 83.9.
That shouldn't have been a thing, by the way.
It shouldn't be. QBR is a stupid stat, but I don't know who's going to stop New England. I really don't know who's going to stop them. This is scary to think that this team could be Super Bowl favorites for the AFC. And I don't think you want to go into Foxborough in January with the second coming of Brady right here.
This is really weird. Like
this is like I'm scared, and my team hasn't seen the postseason in 11 years, going on 12.
Yeah, this is weird. This is a really weird thing. I can't because I don't love the Patriots, but it's like, how do you not love this team? J.C. Jackson, really good. McCourty, really good still. Matthew Judon's been an absolute monster for them. Thank you, Baltimore, for letting him walk. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. This team's definitely on the rise. This is a stonk to the moon.
Stonk rising. Number 3, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Gronk got first touchdown since returning from injury since week 2. Tom Brady, he played another good football game. Buccaneers defense, 5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. They are really there. I think they will be defending their title at SoFi. I really think they're going to be defending their title in the Super Bowl. It's just Tom Brady. And at 44 years old, MVP candidate, who's stopping Tom? Okay? That's the question mark I have there. Who will stop Tom?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy where football's gone. What are we talking? 3 years ago, Father Time catching up to Brady.
Everyone's saying how Brady's going to be retiring since 2012, and he's still playing 10 years later.
It's kind of nuts. It kind of is crazy and terrifying at the same time. But yeah, Gronk's making the world go round. Chris Godwin, 20 catches this week.
15 catches, franchise single game record for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I got to
I'm very upset with no Antonio Brown. This is not what I'd like to see. Mr. Suspended Fake COVID boy.
Could be cut.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. Brady's going to have the final say on that. So, as much as Bruce Arians wants to be the old tough guy, have my cocktail, I'm going to cut him. No. Brady has the final decision. Shut up, Mr. Bomb on your chest. You ever watch that guy? You ever watch him on the sideline with the freaking the headset and all that stuff attached to the bomb?
I don't understand why he wears it like that.
Oh, it's amazing. It's an amazing watch. Bomb on his chest, dude. Absolute bomb on.
We don't need to talk about bombs. Number 2, the Green Bay Packers.
No. It's hilarious. Next time we do this power ranking, you're doing Bruce Arians with the bomb on his chest. It is amazing. I love watching it because it's the funniest thing to watch in football is Bruce Arians get all red and walking up and down the sideline with this big old stuff on his chest. It's amazing. Green Bay Packers, good at football. Aaron Rodgers does it again.
Devontae Adams, again, best receiver in football. Well, that's a
no. He's the best receiver in football. No. There's no. He's the best.
Justin Jefferson has more receiving yards than
don't care.
Adams does.
I don't care. I don't care. He's the best receiver in football. I don't care. Will don't try to quote it any. No, he's the best receiver in football.
And if you look at the Packers, Bakhtiari, he's going to be coming back from injury very soon. Jaheir Alexander is starting to practice, and also Zadarius Smith with the back injury. He's coming back very soon. Packers are going to be getting healthy, and they're getting their big stars back. Could we see a repeat number 2, Rodgers-Brady for the NFC title game?
Yes.
And here at number 1, the Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray did not miss a step in this game against Chicago. He has played lights out every single week. Well, when he has been, but got to give kudos to Colt McCoy holding down the fort. Who would have thought Colt McCoy would keep him, 3-1 with Kyler Murray not there? 2-1. They had the bye week during that period as well. Yeah. That's all I have to say. Cardinals, I don't know who will end up stopping them, but I know they will be stopped at some point.
Yeah, they're going to be stopped. I think the 2 teams behind them have a little more experience, and I think that's going to pay off in the long run. But shout out to Cliff Kingsbury, James Conner doing his thing. This is a very interesting team. It really is, and it's going to be an exciting NFC playoff picture. I'm very excited for it. Hats off to the Cardinals. They didn't miss a step in garbage conditions in Chicago. So hats off to those Cards. D-Hop warming up in the locker room and inside. Did not want to go out there. Very understandable.
As the phone rings again, it always ends up doing that.
Always ends up doing
telemarketers. Gotta love the telemarketers.
Good team.
And Colton, let's let me set myself up here. Okay. Well, let's talk about the playoff picture too while we're here because this is always a very big topic to talk about as well. I might just end up chucking the phone if this is the case, as I'm trying to figure out where I got half this stuff. Might be something about Home Depot. Who knows? Let's see. Let's get this stuff going on right here. Super Bowl. And bam. Patriots 1, Titans 2, Baltimore 3, Kansas City 4, Chargers 5, Cincinnati 6, Buffalo 7. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like how this is. It's just a rematch. Every single matchup is a rematch. You have the catch with the Green Bay Packers and the 49ers. You have the Kaepernick rivalry where Kaepernick absolutely massacred the Packers back in 2013. You got the rematch, Taylor Heineke. Can he get the revenge game? And then the Rams, Dallas. I think this was 2019. January 2019 that happened. Pretty good stuff, I might say.
Yeah, it's going to change.
This is going to really change. I mean, the AFC, I wouldn't be surprised if all 7 of these teams just somehow fall out. That's just how crazy the AFC is.
A little bit. I think there's going to be a few minor tweaks in the NFC, and a few minor, tweaks and changes in the AFC. Yeah, Baltimore slides. I think Kansas City slides their way up to 2. Baltimore slides down to 4, which might not be Baltimore in the future. I don't know. There's a lot to change here. We just talked about a lot of these teams specifically in the playoff picture and in the power rankings. So I'm not going to beat a dead horse and say everything I just said again. But it's very interesting. We're getting close to that time where it's actually getting very needy and greedy here. It's going to be an interesting, rough road, and we got some matchups and a lot of big divisional games, especially in the NFC East. A lot of those teams literally just have NFC East teams left to play. So it's going to figure itself out. We'll see how it looks in a few more weeks as it gets really, really close to the end. But yeah, very excited for this nice run.
And Colton, can you do the honors here? Bam, there we go. I regained 1 game on Colton, but the stakes are high. Okay, this is. I don't even know how many weeks it's been, but it's been close the entire year. I gotta say, I don't think anyone's had more than a 5-game lead.
Nope.
It's been close.
It's been very close.
And let's get into all these matchups right now. So Thursday Night Football, the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Minnesota Vikings.
A banged up Minnesota team. Steelers getting healthy. Last run for Big Ben. Steelers get it done, chasing that final playoff spot.
I will go opposite of y'all. Take the Vikings. I think this is like trap game for the Steelers. I told you this before. I think it's a trap game. There it is. Your terrible tissues.
Here they come, baby.
Your terrible tissues.
Nah, they're gonna get on the run. They beat a good team. TJ Watt, Defensive Player of the Year. He's going to terrorize Kirk Cousins in prime time. And, yeah, Kirk Cousins is going to crap himself. So, yeah, Najee Harris is going to punch him right in the face. Steelers get it done.
Let's see. Baltimore at Cleveland.
I'm going to take the Browns. Yeah, getting healthy. Running backs are getting back to going here. And Lamar Jackson really playing some really football. He's going to have to now put up 80 points because their defense is going to allow 80. Yeah, you can give me the Browns.
I'm not a fan of the Baltimore defense, so I will be matching you with the Cleveland Browns. Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt eat all day. The New York Giants at the Los Angeles Chargers.
You can give me the Chargers. Giants absolutely banged up. Very confusing Giants team. Daniel Jones practices, so all of a sudden, he's out. Now he's out this week. So it's very confusing how a man practices and he feels good to all of a sudden he's not playing. What nonsense is that? Yeah, I'm taking the LA Chargers.
I'll match you with the Chargers as well. The 49ers at the Bengals.
This is another interesting one. 49ers at Cincinnati.
49ers at Cincinnati. We're on the Cincinnati.
I think the Cincinnati Bengals bounce back in a game they need, even though San Fran losing is very interesting. I think their secondary is really bad, and I think the Bengals exploit that.
I will match you with the Bengals as well, but I think this is my game to pick for the week that it's going to be closer than what a lot of people think. Jacksonville at Tennessee, I'll fill you in here
Yes,
because
sir. I'm not wasting that time.
no light of day there. Las Vegas Raiders at the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, you can give me Kansas City again by like 20. They're going to blow them out again like they did the last time.
I'll match you with Kansas City as well. New Orleans at the Jets.
Yeah, you can give me the Saints. I don't want to pick this game. I really don't, but like is Alvin Kamara back this week?
He practiced in full.
Yes, I have a shot, baby. I need a lot of help in that one fantasy league that silly old men run, And the guy I need help with has been without Kamara. He's got Kamara. Come on, you son of a gun. But yeah, that's Jets defense. Have fun with Alvin Kamara this week because the Saints need a win, and Alvin Kamara's gonna good luck. He's gonna get thrown right in your face. So good luck trying to tackle that.
I'm going to take New Orleans because I want Alvin Kamara to have a good game so I can get a higher seed in a playoff spot for fantasy. A game of the 1 o'clock hour. Dallas at Washington.
Yeah, I'm going to take Dallas. But this is going to be interesting. This is going to be closer than people think.
I'm taking Washington. I'm on the Washington train.
Yes, sir, baby. That's a game. That's a game we need.
Washington train all the way. Atlanta at Carolina.
Atlanta, Carolina. Yeah, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna go with the Panthers here. Cam.
I am taking the Atlanta Falcons here.
I'm not shocked.
I need to. I'm risking it all, risking for the biscuit. Seattle Seahawks at the Houston Texans. Shall I fill you in for the easy pick?
Yes, sir.
All right. Seattle it is. Detroit at Denver.
Detroit at Denver. Is that what you just said?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm taking Denver. I do want to take Detroit though, but I've fallen on that Detroit sword way too many times this year. I'm not doing it again.
I'm gonna take Denver. I don't want to. I will.
Come on, take them. Take them.
No, because listen, when I don't pick Denver, no, when I don't pick Detroit, they win. Not every time, but sometimes they'll win.
They've lost every game this year. We've fallen into the trap of taking them. Stop it. Get out of here.
Statistics. Buffalo at Tampa Bay. Shall I fill you in for
No, give me Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, here we go.
I'm going to take Buffalo here. I think it's a must-win for the Bills. Bad secondary in Tampa. I think Josh Allen has a feast of a day with Diggs, Beasley, Sanders.
Here we go. The worst Sunday Night Football game.
So where you going? I guess you're going Bucks then.
I'm going Bucks. Go Brady.
I mean, I'm cool with that as far as like Pittsburgh goes. Like if I lose that game, it is what it is. I hope I make it up somewhere else. But yeah, this is a bad game. Isn't this Green Bay, Chicago, right? Yeah.
The worst Sunday Night Football game in history.
Yeah, I don't know why
I will fill you in.
But yeah, you can fill me in. This is going to be Justin Fields getting absolutely embarrassed on Sunday Night Football. Good job by the NFL.
Monday Night Football, NFC West on the line. Rams at Cardinals.
You can give me the Cards. I think the Rams are without an identity right now without Robert Woods.
Go Birds.
So you're taking the Cards also, I'm assuming?
Go Birds.
Well, that's the wrong Go Birds, but I'll take it, dude.
Some flock of birds.
Red Sea.
But, ladies and gentlemen, that rounds out our show. You can follow us on all of the social media platforms. And also, thank you to U Stadium for allowing us to be a part of their network and all these opportunities.
Glad to be doing our thing out here. So thanks to those guys, Ryan and the boys there. So big shout out to them. Thanks for them. And again, thankful for you doing all the stuff behind the scenes here and making this puppy go around. Go Berg.
Go Birds. But I'm Will. That's Colton. And this is the Play Extra Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Tune in next week. 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 Central, wherever you're listening to. Thank you very much.